You're live.
Hey, welcome everybody to In the Kitchen with the Pastor's Pantry. I'm Chef Sam, Joyce on the other side of the phone. We're filming remote today. We are down visiting our daughter, son-in-law, and grandson down in North Augusta, South Carolina. That's where we're at, so we're a little southern accent on that. We're just going to do a little bit of information on steaks tonight, and how, in particular, we're doing T-bones. See, get these? We're doing T-bones.
These are the little ones.
These are the little ones. There's the big ones.
These are the big ones.
So we're doing T-bones on the Green Mountain Grill. One of the cool things with the Green Mountain Grill is not only a smoker, but it can be used as a grill. So we've got it set at 450 degrees. Joyce, you want to film it in there? 450 degrees. So you can set it up. I mean, I could go to 500, but I don't really want that hot right now. So we got it set at 450 degrees. We're going to use it as a grill. We're going to teach you some things about cooking steak on the grill or the smoker, and kind of let you know what we're doing. So, if you're tuning in with us tonight, we want to hear your questions, your comments about steak, and how to cook it properly, and all that kind of stuff. And so, we're going to kind of teach you some things about that. But we said we put a post out that said we'd be going live at 5, and it's 4:59. I got a gnat and a fly both buzzing me.
All right. Well, you got 12 viewers.
12 viewers
Don't know who they are, so
yeah,
if you're viewing, say hey.
So say help. There's my alarm telling me to start. So tune in and tell us if you're watching and where you're watching from. We'd love to hear that. If you have any questions about steaks and what to do with them, this is the episode to do that. So here's what we have. I'll go ahead and get started. We've got these nice T-bones. I'm going to give a free shout out. Okay, back up here. Okay, if you're ever down in Augusta, Georgia, and you're looking for some great meat, you got to go to Lanier's Meat Market in Augusta, Georgia. Okay, Lanier's Meat Market. They don't pay me for that. They never paid me for that. But hey, if you want to, you can. But just a free shout out to Lanier's Meat Market out there. We'll tag them in this post somehow so they know all that stuff. But anytime I'm in Augusta and I want to grill and cook, I always go to Lanier's. Now, I mean, we went in. They had a special on T-bones, and they were all cut like this. Okay, and so I asked them. I said, "Hey, could I get a couple of them cut about 1 inch thick?" And they said, no problem. So we went back and cut those especially for me. And you can kind of see, nice, thick T-bones, okay? So, again, Lanier's Meat Market, Augusta, Georgia, phenomenal people. Every time I come down here and get meat, it's always top quality, cut just the way I like it. It's tremendous. Okay, so now let's talk a little bit about this. So I had these cut at Lanier's. All I did is I dusted them. This is a little different than my reverse sear method, but I dusted them a little bit with our Pantry beef rub. Right here, Pantry beef rub.
And she's almost out, so we got to get some more.
Yeah, I guess they're going to be getting their packages.
Ed Gregory's watching. Hey, Ed.
Hey, Ed. But Pantry beef rub, just season it a little bit. That's all I do. Beef rub, you can put salt and pepper, but trust me, that's got salt and pepper and a whole lot of other good stuff. You definitely want to do that. So we've got our smoker ready to go. I'm going to get these thin ones on first.
These are for the girls.
Yeah, for the girls. Got those on first. We'll get the ones on for the guys. Alright. And you know what, Joyce? I put those with the
Yes, you did.
side down, didn't I? So I wanted to put that with the seasoning down, so I'm going to try to flip that real quick before it sears on me.
Yeah, he put the wrong side down, but that happens when you're
That's it. Well,
filming.
It's unscripted, man. So ignore the fact that I did.
Normally, ignore that. That normally does not happen.
That's right. So now we're going to go ahead and season the other side.
And this beef rub is great on hamburgers.
Yep, meatloaf, anything. If you're doing beef, it's great for it. Just a light seasoning there. So we've got that on there. Now, I'm going to put the lid down a little bit, but I'm not going to keep it down because I don't want it to overcook. Because I want to sear this just like you would on the grill. But here, a few things I want to tell you. This is what I've experienced with everybody else. Most people when they're grilling meat, they play with it too much. With your meat. You just want to get a good sear on it, and you won't know it's a good sear until the grill lets go of the meat. So if you try to pick it up or turn it over and it's still stuck to the grill, leave it alone. It's not seared yet. Okay? So that's why you want to get something at 450, 500 degrees, get it good and hot, and then let it sear the meat. Now, if you want to get a brand on it, you should only have to turn a steak one time, twice if you want a good crosshatch brand on it. So what I usually do is I'll put it down one way. When it's seared,
You're doing your hands and they can't see you.
Sorry. Okay, so when it's seared, I'll pick it up and I'll turn it 90 degrees to get a nice crosshatch brand. Okay, let it sear that direction. It won't take nearly as much time because it's already seared on the one side. And then you're going to pick it up and turn it over just one time. Okay, so then you're going to serve it with that brand side up. Okay, and then we want to cook this. We're going to cook the thick ones. We're going to cook those to 145 degrees. Jeff probably wants his a little bit more, right? You think?
I don't know.
Jeff probably, I'll find out. Jeff probably wants his medium well. But 145 is medium. And the girls, we're going to do there about 150, 155, kind of going into that medium well side, okay? So that's how we're going to do that. So I need to go wash my hands. So we're going to follow me inside. I know my grandson is back from swimming.
Do you need these trays?
I don't know. What's up, Braxton? Huh? Grandpa has to wash his hands, and we're outside cooking. So, since I handled raw meat, but we're cooking and we're filming.
So we've got some baked potatoes in the oven. I don't know if you guys can see through the oven. Kind of.
Yeah.
There's baked potatoes in there. We're getting ready to do some glazed carrots.
Yep. Probably getting close on that time, aren't I? I got 5 minutes to go on that. So, okay, so my hands are all washed. We can go back outside. Be back in a little bit. All right, so questions on beef and meat. What would you like to know? Anything from grades to cooking to recipes, whatever. If you have some of those questions, let us know. It won't take us a whole lot of time to grill these, probably 15 to 20 minutes. One of the things that we did is we brought them out of the refrigerator and we let them come up to room temperature for probably 25 to 30 minutes. Okay, so that kind of helps us a little bit. When you take it straight cold out of the refrigerator and put it on a grill, what's going to happen is that inside is going to be really cold. Okay, and you're going to get it nice and done on the outside, and it's still going to be raw on the inside. So you end up having to overcook it on the outside to get the inside done where you need it. Okay, so one of the things we want to encourage you to do is to bring it out and let it come up to room temp first. Again, at least 15 minutes, about 30 minutes usually works. If you can get that up to about 45, 50 degrees before you put it on the grill or the smoker, you're doing good. Okay, so we want to try to make that happen. And then just put it on, and you're just going to cook it till it sears well, and we're going to do that little turn. Now, I'm going to put this lid up. I don't want it to overcook with the lid down, because we're really kind of almost cooking it like in an oven with this lid down. So I'm going to open that a little bit. You can hear that smoker just pumping those things in there.
All right, so anybody watching have any questions on meat, steaks?
Let me show them one thing as far as that sear goes, okay? Can you see that? Whoops. It still doesn't want to let go of it, but I don't know if you can see underneath there. It's not seared yet. I don't have any brown marks. So we want to leave that down and let that cook. I just don't want it to get too hot in there like an oven. So we're trying to get it to go more like a grill, okay? So again, these are just some great T-bones. They're Angus, which is great. Again, Lanier's got a good selection. You can get porterhouse too, which has got a little bit bigger side over here. If you want to get the porterhouse, which is nice. But those are great to cook with. Same thing with ribeye. And one of the things I like about ribeye is you're going to get a better marbleization in the meat, and it tends to be a little bit more tender than maybe say like a New York strip. There's nothing wrong with a New York strip. It's going to have that little bit of a fat strip on one side that sometimes can kind of shrink up and kind of deform your steak a little bit. So sometimes it's kind of difficult to cook those, but they won't be nearly as tender. If you're looking for, I would at least get choice. If you can get prime or even select. Those are the higher quality meats. Those lower quality meats below choice, they're going to be a little tougher. They won't have nearly the fat content that you're looking for. So you want to make sure that you're kind of getting a good quality meat as well. Again, we don't want to play with it. So I've let that cool off a little bit on the top temperature. We'll put that back down. again, I'm trying to make sure I cook it all the way through to my 145 degrees before I take those off of there, okay? So if anybody's got any meat questions or steak questions, let me know. How many people we got watching so far?
5 at the moment.
Only got 5? Where
It
did
keeps
everybody
going
go?
up and down.
Okay.
They're probably driving home from work. We're
Yeah,
probably a
could
little
be.
bit too early. We'll get them later.
It could be. So why don't I hold that for a minute, and if you go find out how Jeff wants his steak cooked.
Okay.
My son-in-law is on his way home from work, and he likes to eat like at 5:30, so we're trying to get all this done at 5:30 for him. But he loves beef. Anytime I'm here, we try to cook good beef. Medium. So he's 145 also. So we'll be able to do that.
Patty Glykoff is watching.
Hi, Patty. Hey, I got to tell you, we brought that pumpkin down here to my grandson. He loves pumpkins. It's like his favorite thing. In fact, today for like show and tell, they don't call it show and tell anymore, but for like show and tell school, he took a small little pumpkin. But we brought that pumpkin you gave us down here, and we gave it to him. He is so pumped. He was carrying it around. Just wanted to carry the pumpkin. It was so exciting. So thank you for donating the pumpkin. We knew he would like it and appreciate that. I was thinking about making something with it, and I thought, you know who will want this? My grandson will want this. So we brought it down. We told him it came from your farm. So that was really good. So anybody have any comments on what your maybe your biggest disaster on cooking steaks or beef? What problems do you have? Oh, there's my
That's the carrot alarm.
Okay, we gotta go start carrots. If you have a steak disaster that you want to share, maybe troubles you're having, you're overcooking them, they end up too tough, you're trying to get them done, I'm the guy to ask, okay?
Okay.
So I'm gonna go in here and get some
These are
carrots
all right,
done.
hanging out
They're
here.
okay for right now. All right, so I've got probably about a half a cup of real Vermont maple syrup in here. Maybe a quarter cup of water is in there, and about a half a teaspoon to a teaspoon of red wine vinegar in here. So we're gonna let that come up to a boil, and I just slice these carrots on the bias. Or to see orange on orange, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Okay. So and we've sliced those, maybe a 1/4 inch thick, if you can see that. Okay. So I'm gonna slide these in there. Oop. And we're just going to glaze these up. We also have some peas going on. But what we want to do is we want to bring that up to a boil, turn it down to a simmer, and then we're going to let that reduce by at least half. Okay, that'll intensify that sweetness and the flavors on there. So we're just going to let that come up to a boil. We're grooving out to Arctic Outpost AM 1270. That's kind of my favorite. Lately it's become my favorite PlayStation while I'm working. Okay, so if you haven't discovered that station yet, check it out. These all done? The peas are all done, right? Okay. So we've got this coming up to a boil already.
Hi, Mrs. Peters. We're doing steak for dinner tonight. Some glazed carrots, peas, loaded baked potatoes.
What are you all fixing tonight? What you guys having for dinner? That goes to everybody out there if you're watching. What are you having for dinner tonight? One sitting on top of another there.
So yeah, we got this cooking. We're just gonna let it boil down. Everyone's pretty quiet tonight. No one's asking
but
questions.
we got 13 viewers watching. That's
Yeah,
good.
it's been going up and down.
So yeah, again, we're doing steak tonight with a few sides. We got baked potatoes. We're going to do some.
And it's fix your own loaded baked potato.
Yeah.
We've got butter on the side, sour cream.
Just peas, very simple with some butter.
Yep, some cheese,
pot.
some green onion. That way everyone can put on there what they like.
And then we're doing a maple syrup glazed carrots for the side as well. But if you have beef questions or, again, challenges that you have when you grill, this is a good time to ask. Just kind of let us know. I'm just waiting for this. It's got a good boil on it now, so I'm just going to kind of let that go. I've already turned the heat down a little bit. It was just a little too hot. So we're going to turn this down about medium heat. We're just going to let it cook and let it kind of reduce down, okay?
So do we need to look at our meats?
Yep, we're going to go back
All
out
right.
and check our steak. Run it back and forth. All right, I'm going to see if these are. See, they are. They're letting go. So I'm turning them 90 degrees. Up. See how that wants to stick in the back? I'm going to go ahead and pull it loose because the rest of it was pretty well seared. So you got 90 degrees on that one. We're going 90 degrees on this one.
That one's kind of falling apart.
Yeah, that just means it's tender. All right.
You guys see that okay? It's enough to feed a small army.
Go a few more minutes on that, then we're going to flip them over.
Yep, nobody's got any questions. You guys are mighty quiet tonight.
So anyway, we're hanging out here in South Carolina, Georgia area. That's kind of where we're at. We're on the back patio of my daughter and son-in-law's house, and they've got beautiful place down here, woods in the background.
Here's our view, the backyard. Isn't that gorgeous? Nobody behind them.
Yep. And they got a nice patio with a fireplace and this big screen TV. So it's just a good place to hang out and cook. They actually use their Green Mountain Grill almost every single day to cook. Jeff's a real carnivore. He loves all kinds of meat. They do pulled pork, they do ribs, they do steaks, they do burgers, all on the Green Mountain Grill. I'll give you another free shout out. Again, I'm not paid to endorse this, but Green Mountain Grill is a fantastic grill. If you're up in our area in Southern Ohio, you want to get in touch with Mike Dolan. He's at Dolan Energy Solutions.
Mm-hmm.
Dolan Energy Solutions. He is the local distributor for Green Mountain Grills. But hook up with him. You can find him on Facebook. We'll put a little tag or link for him in this post later. But again, he's a great guy to hook up with. He's got all your Green Mountain Grill supplies. He's got your pellets and all that kind of stuff. But Green Mountain Grills, again, some of the great things about it, they actually have a Wi-Fi app for your phone, so you can plug in whatever you're cooking. Okay, if you're doing a reverse seared steak, or you're doing fish, or a pork butt, or whatever it is, you can create a profile that tells the grill what temperature to start cooking at, how give you maybe warnings when it hits certain temperatures if you want to wrap it. Then you can tell it what temperature you want to cook it to be done, and then when it's done, you can tell it to turn itself off. And it will do all of that, and then send an alert to your phone and tell you your meat's done. And that's one of the great things about Green Mountain Grills. And again, they get hot enough, I can use them as a grill or a smoker. Okay, that's one of the neat things we have. I think I just saw Jeff's car pulling in. He might be home, by the way, so he's going to be ready to eat here in a few minutes. He's home a few minutes early. And we're going to try to get dinner on the table for him at 5:30. Okay, so. All right, let's see what one of these looks like. Doesn't that look good? I'm gonna let those go a little bit longer. They're thicker. We can turn the skinny ones off. We'll check the temperature on those a little bit. But we want to cook those for probably about another 5 to 10 minutes at least before they're going to be 145. All right, we want to make sure that they don't overcook. We're looking for that perfect medium. And one of the things that I've had a lot of people say that they have trouble with is, again, getting a steak to a nice medium temperature. They usually will overcook it or undercook it. So a couple of things I'll tell you. Again, bring it out of the refrigerator and let it rest, or cut room temperature. And then secondly, buy a thicker cut steak. Okay, the thinner cut steaks, it's really hard to get those that you can cook them rare, you can cook them well done, but it's really hard to get anything in between, because even after, if you check it at a certain temperature and it's 145, it's so thin, the additional cooking that takes place after you take it off and let it rest will raise that temperature of that steak another 5 or 10 degrees. And so even when you think it's done, it's going to be overdone by the time you let it rest. So get a thicker cut of meat. It gives you a little more forgiveness in there. And then you want to pull it at about 140 degrees and let it rest for anywhere from 5 to 15 minutes. and let that residual cooking take place, and it will raise that temperature another 5 to 10 degrees internal, okay? And I get asked that a lot too. How long do you cook? You cook it till it's done. It's really all, anytime you're cooking meat, especially on a smoker, it's all about the internal temperature, okay? So medium is 145, and we're talking about beef, okay? Medium is 145, and every 10 degrees up is a change, okay? So 155 is medium well, 165 is well done, and anything above that is just overcooked, in my opinion. So medium rare would be 135, and rare would be 125. Most people eat meat standard, but if you do, that's what you're shooting for. So just remember that 145 is your medium, that's the middle of the road, and then go every time you go up or down 10 degrees, you're changing the category from medium to medium well to well done, okay? So that's all you got to do there. Any other questions on beef yet? Nothing?
No questions, and they're not going to tell us what they're eating for dinner.
Yeah, we'd love to know what you're eating for dinner. Okay? All right. Got those flipped over. I'm going to go ahead and do a quick temp check. See, we were already at 135. So I get these to 140. We're going to take them off and let them rest.
I'm going to give this to you, and I'm going to go clean these trays, or at least this one.
Yep.
Check the carrots.
So yeah, I'm just going to let you all take a look at those steaks again, up close and personal. Okay. Turn it back on me. We're just hanging out. Again, this is unscripted. We don't plan anything. We just show up and turn the camera on and start cooking and chatting with y'all. But if you have any kind of questions, meat questions or steak questions, let us know. And then also, again, just for our information, what are you all having for dinner tonight? What are your plans for cooking tonight? Just kind of let me know. Now I got to turn the camera back around to see if you say anything. So I'll keep flipping it back and forth to find out, because Joyce left me a little bit. Nobody yet. Okay. So again, I'll let you look. We're back here on the patio. We got a nice fireplace.
All right, there you go.
Oh, my cameraman's back.
Do you want these on the same tray, or are you going to put
Yeah.
them on different trays?
No, I'll put them on the same tray. So. All right, so she's got me all set up with a clean tray. I'll give this back to you.
Okay.
So we just can't get any questions out of anybody tonight. So let me promote a couple things while we're at it then, so while you're all thinking about what you're cooking. Maybe you even haven't made up your mind yet. But we will share this out on our new YouTube channel, the Pastor's Pantry Cooking School. And we're working really hard to get our subscribers up on YouTube. So I want to encourage you all to go out, if you haven't already, and subscribe to the Pastor's Pantry Cooking School out on YouTube. And we're going to probably do some special promotion up until we get 250 subscribers. So we're going to double what we're at. We're 125 right now. We want to double it to 250. We've been kicking around some ideas. We're probably going to do some kind of on your stuff. And so when you go to YouTube and you subscribe, I don't know who you are, so I can't give you a prize. We had actually, we were working for 100 subscribers, and we got that. But we had several people that actually came up when we did the random check that came up as the winners, but I didn't have a name. I couldn't give them a prize. I had to keep searching until I came up with one with a name.
So apparently people are making comments, but we can't see them for some reason. Jesse sent me a copy of the screenshot, but I can't see them. So maybe you need to...
I wonder why.
All I have is who's watching. I don't have any comments. So,
okay, so let's just do this.
Go to our page.
Let me see if I can figure that out.
Because I think Sam Mincy said he was having meat. Or beef.
Let me see if I can find it. Yeah, here we go. There we go. Okay, let me deal with some of these. Oh, we got lots of stuff. My goodness, you all been busy.
Yeah, I'm not seeing any of that.
We don't see your comments. I'm so sorry. Let's see.
Turn your volume down.
Jesse said I didn't get a shout out.
Turn your volume down.
Oh, okay. We haven't had dinner yet. Had a late lunch of leftovers. Beef lo mein, not takeout. Thank you, Amy. Good for you. Patty's babysitting. Sam Mincy's having beef, or at least he's just commenting beef. Oh, he's having salmon. Oh, we have a brand new Kona coffee rub you need to try with salmon. I'm telling you, I'm so in love with it. If you're not eating Kona coffee rub on salmon, you're eating it wrong. It's just that good. Okay. Patty's doing hot dogs and headed to a ball game. Good for you. Denise made turkey dinner, cherry pie, and coconut cream pie. You're the best baker, Denise. Love that. Oh, Melinda's back from the beach and haven't decided what for dinner. I bet it's takeout, just because you just got back from the beach and you're tired. And Jackie Blanton and Jesse both are watching. So now we know who's watching.
Yeah, I don't know why I'm not seeing those.
I
So,
don't either.
okay.
So, you want me to hold on to that? You got that?
Well, are you not about to check these steaks?
I'm about to check the little ones because I know they're going to be close to done. Yes, they are done. Okay. So our smaller ones are done. We're going to set them off and let them start to rest.
And that's a small one right there.
Yeah.
Small because they're thinner than the other ones.
All right, so these are 111.
Hi, buddy.
And 115. 115. So we got a little ways to go on that.
Come on up. There's Braxton.
Hey, B.
He's sneaking around. Hey, buddy, what's up? You tell everybody hey?
Say hi. Hi, everybody. We're cooking. What you doing? Yeah?
Yeah.
Don't get close to that. It's hot.
What are you guys doing?
We're cooking steaks for dinner. Are you getting hungry? Yeah. He's been to the pool.
I'm so hungry that my belly's rumbling.
You're so hungry your belly's rumbling. So's mine.
So will you eat some steak and some potatoes?
Yeah.
Yeah?
And like,
Yeah. We have any more comments there, Miss Joyce?
No.
Okay. So we got a little ways to go on these other two steaks. But I think y'all get the picture, okay, of how to cook them and what to do. We want to pull them off. Those are going to rest for about 10 minutes. So we're going to take them in. We're going to put them on our plates, let them rest. We're going to get our baked potatoes out. Again, you want to cook them until they're nice and tender to the touch. And all we did with those, I think Joyce probably told you, we washed them, put a little olive oil on them, and sprinkle with some kosher salt. Put them in a 400-degree oven for about an hour. They'll be
Yeah,
ready.
what we'll do is we'll let you guys go and we'll just take a pic of the final plate.
Yep, and we'll post
And post it on this so that you can see what it came out like.
Yeah.
So happy eating, everybody, and we'll check back with you next week.
We'll see y'all later.